This week, the tournament trail lands in Frankfurt, Michigan, site of the annual Benzie Fishing Frenzy. The season-long race for the Founders Cup has been narrowed down to the final 4 teams.
We got one on.
Kind of slow, I heard, but fishermen, they're not honest, buddy.
That was a little chaotic for a sec.
Good one, man.
You've got a front row seat on each of them for this special 2-part edition of Salmon Showdown. Welcome to another episode of Salmon Showdown. We are in Frankfurt, Michigan, site of the annual Benzie Fishing Frenzy. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Frankfurt, but the forecast looking a little sketchy. There's a storm a-coming, and it's got everybody wondering if the Frenzy this year will be a one-day shootout. We've also got a tight race for the Founders Cup as we are 2 events away from the culmination in Manistee, and we've got a lot of boats for you to ride along with this week on Salmon Showdown. Let's start with past champs Team Kingfish. Scott and Cody Campbell are the father and son duo that led this team to the title in 2021 with a near dominant performance. They'll be fishing out of this 28-foot Cherokee that hails out of Manistee. This year, they got off to a rough start at the Manistee Triport, but rebounded with a decent score in Ludington. Their hope of another title hangs in the balance this weekend. They do have 2 scores left to post, but they'll need a big one here to avoid mathematical elimination. Also on the bubble and in need of a big score is Team Hambone. Captain Tony Ham brings his 42-foot Tierra Open up from the port of Ludington for one last stand. His crew will consist of Jeff Mount, Ged Straczynski, and Conrad Ruffalo. It's an all-or-nothing scenario for this team. Frankfurt will be their final score, so it's either find the points now to take the lead or come up short in 2023. The Chasin Limits is a 30-70 pursuit offshore led by Kevin Kuharczyk. He'll be joined by his wife Sage and friend and fishing partner Corey Brush. This team has a bit more breathing room than the others with 2 decent scores already on the board and 2 more shots at the overall lead. They still need a big number, but they can get it here or next weekend at the season finale in Manistee. Sitting in the best overall position mathematically is Team Slipknot. Captains Lenny Vaughn and Mark Chimura teamed up this season on Lenny's 31-foot Tierra Open that makes its home in the port of Manistee. Back-to-back strong scores earlier in Manistee and Ludington gives them a definite edge. In fact, if they can post a big enough score here, they could lock up the overall title this weekend. So the stage is set here at the Benzie Fishing Frenzy in Frankfurt, Michigan. The Founders Cup field has been narrowed down to 4 teams, and we'll be following each of them all weekend long. Of course, those featured teams make up just a fraction of the field. The Frenzy has become one of the largest events on the circuit, and this year, nearly 90 boats are on hand and waiting for this morning's shotgun start. Luckily for all of them, the weekend forecast has shifted for the better, and it does look like the Frenzy this year will be a go on both days.
Good morning, Scotty Mac.
Captain Mark, good morning.
That's pretty good. He can tell my voice.
We're going to do the same thing as yesterday, go to the herring hold and go out deep. Yep, we have to get at least in the 90s this weekend to have a shot.
I took that ugly thing that you made.
Wait a minute. When you get to pick and take and choose what you want, it ain't equal. I'm going to tell you that right. Hey,
There's
don't
only
make
room for one captain on this boat. You better just
You're right.
swipe it down.
That's why. He's not going to make me. You're not gonna make me shut up. I'm just gonna have to do it. John, I'm gonna do it.
Bite the tongue.
3, 2, 1, go fish. 2023 Benzie Fishing Frenzy.
With that,
Oh, is it time to go?
the Benzie Fishing Frenzy is underway. It's the penultimate weekend on this year's circuit, and we'll see if it lives up to its reputation for big kings when Salmon Showdown returns. Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Moonshine Lures, quality super glow lures for salmon, trout, and walleye. Gull Lake Marine, first on the water since 1911. Magnum Metals, dominate the depths. Welcome back to the Benzie Fishing Frenzy in Frankfurt. The day one fishing period is underway, and our featured teams are reaching their starting positions.
Got a rod down.
The first to see some action is Team Chasin Limits.
How far out are you? 130.
The early bite on the trail is significant, often producing flurries of activity that can be enough to make or break a team's chances for success. A few moments later, Chasin Limits gets a shot to double up.
Oh, my 130. Rigger. We got most in front of us today? No. Yeehaw. All right, come here, let's fish then. Here you go, Steve. Yeah. Giving her to you? Yep. I'm just gonna get another net dropped, okay?
Yep, and
How far are you then?
130. I got it.
That's a 2-for-2 start on board the Chasin Limits. Next up, they're hooked up over on the Hambone.
Good one, man.
We've also got some action on board the Slipknot, where they are fighting fish number one.
265. 265.
Remember that.
265.
We'll go 254. It's gonna be. I don't want to.
All right. We got one on.
Back down.
I already got a bag down.
Want that one down. Be nice and smooth. Walk back. Then just kind of. Yep. Go forward.
You got to mark at 55 again, Lenny.
All right. I'm gonna get another.
That's a big mark, right?
Another high diver down.
Up in there, get out of my diver out of there. There you go. There you go.
So the Kings are apparently here for the Frenzy, which is good news for all of our featured teams. Over on the Kingfish, their first action comes in the form of a double.
You gotta reel that in straight down.
That's one on the deck and one on the line for Team Kingfish, but just like that, their early morning double turns back into a single. Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Clemens Boats, your Great Lakes Albemarle dealer. Purple Taco Fly Supply, create your own trolling flies. Ray's Eyewear, it pays to wear Ray's.
I'm gonna just put a step forward, just pop it into gear.
We're back on day one of the Benzie Fishing Frenzy, where the winds are picking up a bit out on the lake. It's got the teams rocking and rolling over the Lake Michigan surface, and it's also got at least one of them making some sketchy decisions this morning.
Yeah, buddy. Oh.
We may have to swap. Keep coming.
Yeah, you're good.
Standing on the transom in 3-foot rollers is certainly not the recommended procedure for netting salmon on Lake Michigan. However, this time at least, it ends with one fish in the boat and 0 anglers in the water.
Good job.
That was a little chaotic for a sec.
There's also action over on the Slipknot, where their use of the transom is a bit more orthodox.
Get this fish right now. Go. Go. Okay, we're fine. Give me some room. Okay, ready, go. Man, is he full of it. Okay, put it back in gear. Okay, I'm getting way up here, okay? Get him. Now. Are we in gear? Okay. Yeah, we're in gear.
Back on the Hambone, they're continuing to see action, but for this team, the Big Kings have been elusive so far.
Good lift. 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 Not looking well. Not looking well. You got it. Oh! Up to my waist.
5.5, nothing for the 333 size fish. We've actually got a couple pretty small ones. Water's getting rough. We don't know what the forecast is as far as if they'll call it or not. Again, searching to get to 10 for the tournament side and get 1 or 2 good ones for today would really help us out.
So the pace has slowed after the morning bite here at the Frenzy, but the teams are still picking away at them as the clock continues to tick on the day one fishing period.
Kind of slow, I heard, but you know, fishermen, they're not honest, buddy.
She's fast and furious at first, and now she's slowed up a bit, eh?
Yes, sir.
With time becoming a factor, the teams resort to some networking in hopes of finding some info to guide them to a strong day one finish.
Shit.
I'm on the leader, Cody. Corey. Yep. I'm just gonna keep you pushing if he comes up. Got that. Grab that rigger. No. Yep. I'm coming right over here. Move at him. Not yet, not yet. Whenever you're ready.
He's in the net, but still shy of the size they need. We'll wrap up the day one fishing period when Salmon Showdown returns. Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Dreamweaver, leading the way in big lakes trolling gear. Jacobs Financial Services, keep your money safe. Garmin, explore their full line of marine products at Garmin.com. We pick up the action here at the Frenzy on board the Kingfish. It's been fairly steady with this team, but they're still looking for something they can confidently weigh on the Founders Cup scale. Perhaps this one will fit the bill.
Here, right in this corner, right in my corner, right in my corner.
Yep.
Up and in.
There you go.
Woo!
Hey, go for the 3-3-3, buddy.
Kingfish, that's how they do it.
Mine's about that day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Back on the Slipknot, it's time for a tasty, healthy, and somewhat controversial snack.
We like to share around here. Here, Marcus, it is your banana.
One time I came in, I was in first place. Next morning I come down in the boat, there's a banana in every rod holder. So I took them all out. I put them in a brown bag, put them downstairs, thought, who did that? So then we went out fishing and we were catching, we were doing really good. We came in, and as we came through the pier heads, we knew we won, and everybody was eating bananas. So you don't want to do this in the Bahamas or in Bermuda or in, but here in the Great Lakes, it helps.
Compelling evidence to debunk the myth of the banana curse? You be the judge. While Slipknot wrestles with their bananas and their beliefs, Hambone is wrestling with their latest strike.
It's a little after 11. Got 2 hours of fish time. We're not quite with the run in. We've caught 7. It's not, again, what we were looking for yet. We need a couple of big fish. We're going to do one more long down troll before we run in.
With time running out on the day one fishing period, they've got some color coming in on board the Slipknot.
It's good. It's all going to be good, okay? Just get down there and grab the whole deal. Use your arm like a shock absorber. I'm coming around on that side. Okay, get that. You got the fish?
Yes, I got the fish.
Okay, all right. Get these rods. Get this up a little bit. Up.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Hold on, hold on. Get them away, get them away.
Here it comes, here it comes. Yes!
Get them over here, Lenny.
Let me get it.
Without a big... That's still a 20-pounder.
If Mark is gauging the weight right, that is exactly what this team needed to finish strong on day number 1. With the worsening conditions out on the lake, Team Kingfish came in early today, earlier, in fact, than our weigh-in camera crew. They did decide to fill one of their 3 slots with this late-day king that clocked in at 21.5 pounds. For Team Hambone, it was a bit of a disappointment, though they do have one that's worth a look at the day 1 scales.
Next up in the Pro Division, Team Hambone. Big king weight 1860. Chasin Limits up on the tournament scales. Big king weight 1585. No?
No for 333 on him too.
All right, so nothing for 333.
Chasin Limits decides 15 just isn't enough and will go all in on day number 2. Next up is Team Slipknot, who believes they've got at least a pair of 20-pounders.
Yep, Big King weight from Slipknot, 20 pounds even.
Any side of the drink.
2170. $17.95.
We're just gonna do the two. The two.
220s confirmed for Slipknot, which leaves them one slot to fill tomorrow and perhaps a shot to lock up the Founders Cup title. Well, it's halftime here in Frankfurt at the Benzie Fishing Frenzy, and with day 1 in the books, the only thing that we know is that we don't know anything. There's still a wide open field, and we'll see how it all shakes down when we get to day number 2.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.